meetings are about to begin. Find your workstations, sit down, shut up. Your attention is mandatory. This is not an excuse to goof off. The director is terminating slackers liberally. Any complaints should be filed with the Human Resources Office located on the far side of the minefield. Gentlemen, everything is set for broadcast. Oh God, this is no way to live.
Gentlemen, we found a new technology that could be used in the NPC making process. It could revolutionize creating NPCs.
Cool. Should I reduce R&D's torture regimen?
Heavens no. They didn't come up with it. We found it in the wild.
Found it. Where?
A demigod currently possesses it.
A demigod. Like the Pantheon, Bible, magic, whatnot?
Magic is a word stupid people use to describe things that they have no chance of understanding.
You stole my line.
How very open-minded of you both. All right, whatever. Who's the demigod?
Michaela, Madison, I don't know. Some waspy upper middle class white name.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Are we really doing this?
I think it's Michaela.
It's Mikola.
Inconsequential.
It's Elden Ring, idiots.
The power is incredible. Maximum efficiency, minimal impact to the surroundings. Sounds like the perfect weapon.
Research shows it was once held by the Mod T, I think. He was part of some environmental group.
Ew. Fucking eco-pansies.
That's my line.
Yeah, it is.
Ew. Eco-pansies.
Captain Planet? This can't be real. This is a nightmare. Nothing can be this stupid. Ah, fuck it. How do we get this said magic technology?
We? This is your assignment.
How is it mine?
You did so well with Dr. Frownstar. I figured you'd want to flex those muscles again. Also, I don't want to.
Well, what about Tom? Why can't he help?
I've been arbitrarily assigned to manually track NPC blinking. Manually? Why?
We've gotten 3 Google reviews stating they're creeping people out. That's the last time we fiver for lacrimal schematics.
All right, well, what about you? You could help once in a while.
Yeah, good.
Okay, and...
Not a chance.
Yeah, of course.
What about me?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
I hate you both.
By the power of love and friendship, commence the board meetings.
We didn't even collect it yet.
I'm aware.
How was it?
Disgusting. Well, if that wasn't a good enough lead-in for Elden Ring, I don't know what is. Before we jump in, catch me up. It's been a while.
I had the scarlet rot.
Ah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the root rot.
That's 2 different games, but yeah, same shit basically.
Mm. What was the other technovirus that was in that one?
And which one? Remnant?
Both. Why not?
I don't know. I don't know what their real names are. I gave them all stupid shit. Like root rot is asthma.
That's about right. I'm going to wheeze occasionally. Can't reload. I have to cough.
So allergies is the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I've been playing a lot of Ultimate Admiral.
Yeah, you get that admiral position.
Already have it. You have it from turn 1.
Well, good on you, sir.
He was playing Rear Admiral Simulator the other day.
Okay.
I've been playing Hogwarts, or trying to play Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah?
It's all right.
Oh?
If you're a huge Harry Potter fan, I could see you getting really into it. It's not bad. It's just, I don't know. It's not doing it for me.
You don't like playing with your wand, shouting "E pluribus unum"?
Oh, I love that's the part I like.
Yeah. The spells are pretty cool. The spells are the cool part. Flying's okay.
I haven't gotten that far. I'm also like weirdly leveled. I'm going to pick an arbitrary number, like 17 or something. And my quests are like, you should be level 3 for this.
Yeah, you probably didn't follow the storyline.
Of course not. It's a giant ass castle in woods for you to explore. Why would I follow the fucking storyline?
Well, that's probably why you're bored.
Probably. Well, because the quests are like, go to potions class and pick some flowers. Fuck you.
Well, just do that for the first 10 missions and you'll be fine.
I was also sick while I was playing this, so I
true.
couldn't even sit down for that long at a time.
You probably forgot your quests and how to look them up or something.
No, it's like the most
tutorial friendly.
Like the best, like quest tracking ever. It's like, just go this way. It doesn't matter what it is. It's this way. Thanks, man. Because that castle, the map they give you is fucking atrocious.
Yeah, it's not intuitive, but it's also supposed to be a magic castle, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's a lot bigger than I thought. Like the game, let alone the castle in general. I looked at that map like after like really looked at it and zoomed out. There's so much for you to explore. Besides that, though, I started playing yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, Magic the Gathering Arena because I'm a fucking nerd.
Oh, pricked my fancy.
Yeah,
That's not a thing.
Just been thinking about Magic recently. They just released like a new set and it's free.
Mhm.
I mean, you can give them money, but I'm not going to. I've been doing pretty good. I haven't doing like what's the opposite of ranked, like casual battles, I guess.
Mhm.
And my win rate's got to be like 80%.
Oh, nice.
So that's not bad considering I didn't give them any money.
Amazing.
What about you, Mark? You been playing anything?
So I tried a couple different things.
Wow.
I don't know why at random. Yeah, it is a WoW situation for me. I guess because, I don't know, I got the urge to play Diablo, but for some reason, when I went looking around, I didn't really feel like playing Diablo 4. And then for the Switch, Diablo 3 was on sale. So I picked that up, played it for a little bit. Playing that handheld is awesome.
How's it run on the Switch?
Not bad. It's not amazing. It doesn't look amazing. Looks pretty good for what it is. And it's pretty damn smooth and the effects are decent. I have no complaints, but I have a low bar for that.
I love Diablo 3.
And then I tried to it hits me on such a level where I'm like, nostalgia, fun. Okay, I'm done for now. And then a couple hours later, I got 20 minutes.
Yeah, some games are better like that handhelds.
Yeah. And then I started playing Stormgate because it launched. I have opinions on it. I'm hoping it does better. I didn't think for early access there was much wrong. I mean, there's a lot wrong, but it's early access. And
no, I understand.
What do we expect?
Some people expect perfection. It's crazy when they read reviews.
It's just not fair. And then the people... All right. Mini rant. If you were going to complain that it's so much like Warcraft 3 and so much like a StarCraft 2 reskin, you clearly did not read the opening fucking line of the game where it talks about most of them being from StarCraft 2.
So I haven't played it. Is it like a direct ripoff or is it just another game like that?
No, it's just very similar. You could tell that they wanted to make a game
that's fucking
like
fine.
StarCraft that, is legally distinct, but can carry on the legacy since StarCraft 2 is dead, but not dead.
Yeah, that's fine. People are fucking weird about that.
So I thought I knew the most toxic communities on the internet. I think RTS players might be up there.
I don't know. I think it might be the Sonic community because they're also horrible people, but they also post furry porn. Couldn't say furry. Jesus Christ.
Oh, God in heaven. All right, maybe they win.
It's not the League of Legends community?
I don't know them and I pretend they don't exist.
Good plan.
I don't have that much interaction with them, but they actually seem pretty chill by comparison.
Oh my God, Sonic is that bad.
Sonic's bad, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I went to the Sonic community once, so I understand that one.
Where do they lurk and what shadows of Reddit?
They don't even lurk, man. It's out in the open. There's no like easing into this.
But like you think you're just searching for regular Sonic stuff, and then there's furry stuff.
I think I've found a new community to harass.
Oh, I've also been playing a little bit of Thronefall.
Nice.
I played a bunch of demos of random crap, which I kind of wanted to talk about. Not even like the demos in general, just that I like that that's back in like a big swing for Steam. There's so many demos you can download now.
True.
Even some of them won't do demos. They'll do like free mini prequel games, which is basically a fucking demo. So that's cool too. I downloaded a demo. Hold on, what the fuck the game was? Hold on, just because I want to give them props for a second. The game is called The real game will be called The Big Catch. The free
Mhm.
pre-demo thing is called The Big Catch Tackle Box. It is a action platformer that looks like it came out on N64. Regardless of that, their demo game takes on average between 6 and 8 hours to beat. It's free. Like that could just been their fucking game. You know what I mean? Like lengthwise.
Mhm.
So props for a long ass demo.
Anyone else have anything to add?
Nope.
Okay. So, why don't we launch into this? What was everybody's first Soulsborne game?
Like from Souls games, or it can be anything. In which case,
Could be
I'd
anything.
have to. I don't know what counts as a Soulsborne retroactively.
So,
Maybe Dark Souls.
I tried to
Dark Souls
look
2.
up. Yep, Demon Souls.
Yeah, that was
Sorry,
them.
Demon's
But
Souls.
some people are like, "Well, it existed before we named it." New.
Yeah, but I forget. There's one game that's credited as being the actual OG.
I'm just gonna go with Dark Souls then, because
Yeah, was watching one of you. I think it was watching Mark. I think it was Dark Souls 2.
Gentlemen, we interrupt this broadcast for shameless self-promotion. End in the middle because it's evil and hilarious. Subordinates, have you subscribed yet? Commented, liked, left a review? No? Would you kindly? It's unbecoming of an evil empire to solicit the love and affection of its loyal patrons. Your support is appreciated. And mandatory. Like your attention. It might have been. It was either Dark Souls 2 or it was Bloodborne.
Bloodborne, I
It's probably
definitely watched
Bloodborne.
you, but I think Dark Souls 2 was when I got introduced to those, that you liked those games.
Like is a
I
strong
fucking
word.
love to. It's my favorite,
Liked.
and hated by everyone else.
You played those games more often than I would even look at them at the time.
Some people just have a more toxic relationship with them.
Once you figure them out, they become fun. There's a big curve.
Not that. I'm talking about the people who play them because everybody else is playing them, or they play them because, I don't know, social pressure, they want to be good at them and they're not.
Oh, that was
And they
one
won't
of
accept the fact.
the best things about working at a place where people stop for games was when I want to say 1 and 2. It probably happened with all of them, but like it happened a lot with 1 and 2. People would come in, buy the game, and then return like an hour later and want to trade it in.
That was fun. Oh God, what was that other game store? They used to have little summaries. People would write like their little 3-liner review. And I went to visit Keith there one time, and Demon's Souls was up there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Somebody had like, prepare to die a lot. No, really, I mean it. You have no idea how many times you'll die.
This bullshit. I played that one this year for the first time, and it was
Really?
because I didn't have a, was it PS3?
Mm-hmm.
So you can play it on your PlayStation 5 now, right? It's a kind of remastered version. It's actually slightly easier than the original, and fuck. The first half of that game is the hardest Souls game, like the first half. Then you become overpowered, and it's not that bad.
I mean, the most interesting part was walking through the castle and the first archers you meet. There were so many blood splatters, and not one person, I swear, not one person until like 3 years later was like, yeah, you should probably watch out for that. Tons of bloodstains everywhere.
I love when there's tons of bloodstains, and I can't figure out how people died. Like
that was when I first loaded up Elden Ring.
When you walk into like a space, you're like, all right, some shit's going down. So you're like all on guard, and then nothing happens. Like, what the fuck killed you?
Yeah.
Why are there 12 bloodstains and there's no enemies? My other favorite thing is when people leave messages that say like, a trap, but the only way to read it is to be far enough out to activate the trap.
I like the people who post. I did this, but they make the messages that have nothing to do with anything.
Oh,
And
no,
then you walk away confused and get murdered.
there's too many of those now.
Yeah,
fucking
but it's
Elden
still
Ring.
fun.
Illusionary wall. No, it's not.
People smacking around at the wall for an hour.
There was one in the Elden Ring DLC. It says something like try jumping, right? And it's like shows you against the wall, but there's like a statue there too. It's like, all right, maybe something happens. If you do it, you get stuck. Like you can't, so you start showing the falling animation, but you can't fall in or out. And then the game will start blinking out and going like all crapped out, and then you die. And that is the greatest message I've ever seen in my entire life. I guess like if you fall technically for a certain amount of time, it just automatically kills you. So this guy found a glitch in the game and put up a fucking thing. I ran back and liked it.
Nice. So Tom, what was your foray?
My what? No.
Have you played any of these?
I think I played Bloodborne for all of 5 minutes.
Mm.
I did play Sekiro for a little while.
Oh, there you go.
But that was pretty recent, like in the past 2 years. And
okay.
I did better at that than any Souls game I've ever played.
Nice. It's a Souls game for people who like to parry. That's what it is. Parry everything. That's the mechanic.
Throwing shit at people immediately.
Although I didn't like what was it? The death mechanic game.
You're not supposed to.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the games are intended to punish you as harshly as possible for failing.
They're supposed to punish you and be dark because Miyazaki there really likes fucking Berserk.
That makes sense.
Which I had heard, and then if you go and read some Berserk or watch the shitty anime and get far enough in it, you'll be like, oh, yeah, no, you straight up stole this shit from that. All right, cool. Those skeleton wheels, yeah, you just took those. Nice.
I mean,
I don't give a shit. I love these games and him.
So how do you feel about the comparison to Monster Hunter?
I haven't played Monster Hunter.
I don't like Monster Hunter.
I don't either.
I mean, I guess mechanically it's kind of similar, but I'm not feeling it. I don't think the soul is there. Like I think it feels like a different game, I should say.
I don't get it at all. I'm sure I'm an asshole. I 100% acknowledge that, but I don't get it at all. I would sooner submit myself to 72 hours of nothing but playing through all of the from soft games than play 10 minutes worth of Monster Hunter. Those games suck.
No, okay, hold on. So I've seen, I can understand you liking Monster Hunter. Like, not you, but like people. The problem is you have to put in a retarded amount of time before it becomes good. Like, you have to essentially beat the base game, and then the end game stuff is supposed to be the fun stuff. Because although the dinosaurs are little bitches before then, they just continuously run away.
Maybe. But also, no, because I hate it. And
I hate it too. So I want to like it because the amount of free shit and collabs they do with stuff. Like, here's a whole free shit for you to do with different weapons and all this cool armor and shit. Too bad I fucking hate your game.
Monster Hunter reminds me of Lost Ark. I don't know why.
Does it?
Is it because of the dinosaurs?
It's because of like the end game content is like the content that you are going for.
And you start off with a fucking rock and a loincloth.
And you're basically grinding your way to get to that end game content. And
they give you a giant oversized sword right away if you want.
And 90% of it's
as good as a fucking rock and a loincloth.
like 90% of it's like basically do these arbitrary quests to grind and do this thing like a million times. And
yeah. Why the fuck is that the only game that Capcom wants to pump out free shit for? Capcom is money grubby as hell, but they're like, yeah, here's a bunch of free shit for this one game.
It might be the devs behind it, like the actual devs. I don't know.
Could be sponsorships.
Could be. It could. It's massively popular in Japan and I think China.
It's massively popular here.
Nah, those people aren't real people. I just can't get over the fact that you gave me this giant fucking lance cannon weapon that is obviously some kind of allegory for penis. And all I could do with it is hit the X button to poke gingerly.
Oh, you know exactly why.
And then if I spend 18 hours playing the game, then I could poke aggressively.
There's like I think it's a lance, so that's like mechanical and like blows up. It's like a gun lance or some bullshit.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm making fun of it because they have Final Fantasy weapon syndrome to like the nth degree.
That's it too. The weapons, the combat doesn't feel good to me.
Because it isn't.
It feels clunky. I know that it's been better because I played older ones versus whatever the last one was, and it did get better, but it's still just, I'd rather play other games.
Yeah, just terrible. You lost me the minute. What was the one? I don't remember which one it was. It was one of the more recent ones. A half hour following a velociraptor bird thing through the jungle to then go up to a tree that obviously has a nest in it. Where's the nest? I don't fucking know, I guess.
I hate shit like that. I've been watching a lot of Naruto too, and that's basically the entire show.
You poor bastards. I'm not talking about Naruto. Let's continue.
Don't piss off.
That's not the crowd we want to attract.
Or don't piss off the ones that might be here from them.
No, so I like it. The story is like an 8 or 9. The anime is like a fucking 6.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool shit happening, but it gets in its way all the time.
It gets in its way a lot. That's true.
No, you really want to piss people off. Talk shit about One Piece.
One Piece is amazing. All right.
That's awful.
Fucking, you just got to get past the first almost
1,500 episodes.
200 episodes.
The first 3 seasons.
No, I think it's more.
Let's see. When do they get to, was the Grand Line, right?
Type.
Isn't his dad like the general, whatever, admiral?
That's his grandpa. His dad is the leader of like anti-government resistance.
That's right.
Okay, so it takes about 80 episodes for it to get good.
Fuck that.
You could just skip and start at 80, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, it's not important to the story at all, right?
I mean, it's literally
Not really.
them picking up the crew members. So it's like some of their backstory, which most of them, except for Nami, get new backstories anyway. Or they expand upon them. Not that they're new. They're like, this is...
Nope, completely retcon the story.
Although you'll miss him fighting fucking Arlong. You should watch that too. Watch him fight Arlong and then skip to the Grand Line.
Which one is Arlong again?
The first fishman guy he fights.
The bluefish guy?
He's like purple, I think. It's been a while since I've seen him. It's not on his crew. He's got like a long fucking swordfish nose.
Yeah, the purple guy. I remember him. Yeah, he's got the fucked up whaler's hat on.
Something else I could not get into.
Yeah, me either. I desperately tried.
It's way too... I mean, it's not way too long because I'm still enjoying it, but it's hard to recommend because it's fucking way too long.
It's Pirate Dragon Ball Z.
It's not, though.
It is. He's the Monkey King.
He is the Monkey King.
And there.
Anyway.
Never mind.
Go ahead, make your statement.
Let's not go down this.
No, episode's
say
gonna be
it now.
about fucking anime now.
And they're searching for the fruit balls that everyone eats.
Mm-hmm.
Devil fruit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they're not searching for them at all.
They just happen upon him. And also it was a fucking shocking realization that they don't all make it so you can't swim.
No, they do.
I thought that wasn't true.
No, unless the current arc someone has ability to swim, then it's not. I'm only got to be like a handful of episodes behind, like 20 or 30.
That's a handful for that show.
Even like if you are a fishman that could breathe underwater and you eat a fruit, water still then fucking kills you.
Dumbest fucking show ever.
The only
Who were the
exceptions,
fans of FromSoft games back in the day?
people who like Armored Core and 3D Dot Game Heroes.
3D Dot Game Hero is a pretty good game.
It is. It's old school Legend of Zelda with humor
and bits.
Yeah, and bits. What the premise was? What, you were a 2D nation that went 3D for tourism or something like that?
I'm pretty sure.
All I know is you can wield a fish and you can make it so it's about the size of an airplane hangar. So
that is true.
Fantastic game.
It makes it the best. There's other ridiculous weapons in that game too.
You can make your own character too, or more likely just steal them from people. So you could be like, I'm a chair, or a ninja who breathes underground. I'm a shark. I'm Macaulay Culkin. Why not?
It's really hard to get Macaulay Culkin down with like 8-bit.
You just do the face from Home Alone.
Oh, right. Tom, your opinion?
I don't have one.
You don't have an opinion on who the fans were back in the day?
No.
Who did you know that played it other than me and Chris?
I didn't know Chris played it back in the day for Bloodborne or Dark.
But he really
Souls
didn't.
Too.
Psh, I played this shit more than Mark did.
You did, but it wasn't until like Dark Souls.
Oh yeah,
which wasn't
that was the second one.
I think I met Chris till Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, you did. I knew you way before this was even a fucking twinkling in their eye.
Yeah.
No.
Because Demon Souls came out in 2009.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dark Souls was 2011.
Yep.
I'm misjudging all my time.
We just didn't really talk.
Yeah, we didn't talk a lot.
Me and you weren't really friends until you like came back from college.
Yeah, basically. That's true.
To be fair, Tom went to a nerd school and did nerd things and was at school most of the time.
I remember the first time him and I hung out without you, or at least I think anyway. It was before we were friends too. He randomly was like, "Do you want to come watch like the Super Bowl or something?" And I was like, "All right."
Yeah, I think so.
And we like awkwardly sat on the couch next to each other for a while.
5 years later, they got married.
Exactly. No, then
we should spin some bullshit narrative like that.
One random time we were all hanging out. You had to go or something. I don't fucking remember. But I was like, all right, I'm a bounce. I'm about to get drunk. And Tom's like, oh, let me come. I was like, all right, man. And we got wasted in the woods together. And then we started talking.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I forget what happened then. Maybe I was dead for a while again.
That's pretty much it. I don't know any other games they made, though, besides Armored Core, Dark Souls, and 3D Duck Game Heroes. Like, I'm looking at a list now. I don't know any of these fucking games. All right, Chrome Hounds is basically just the same fucking thing.
Yes.
We're not going to count that. Oh, they made Enchanted Arms, a game I never played, but I know of it. Yeah, so.
I played Otogi.
Is that the weird pinball game?
Sort of.
Oh, no, what is this? This is not what I'm thinking of.
It was a PS2 game.
And apparently Xbox.
Oh, and Xbox? Look at that. So it was kind of them building, I don't know. If I look at their game library, like or the game list that they've produced, it seems very much like they're building to Demon Souls and Dark Souls.
They made a lot of games I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Like producing, like making a game just to produce the tool for another game.
Like they're finding their way. I watched, so Atlas and another studio. They're very interesting because they produce JRPGs, a very specific kind of JRPGs. And it's weird to see creators because they, the company is like one lead director and the entire group is like 15 to 30 people. And it seems like every one of their games is another story in the universe. And it very much seems like FromSoft is the same way. Every story is kind of similar except for Armored Core. They're all themed. You could see that they're all like sister games, sister projects.
Oh, and you have a good world.
Yes. The Adventures of Cookies and Cream, clearly connected to Dark Souls.
Listen, you don't know how violent that could get.
Known as Cookie is known as Chestnut in the European and Japanese market. So Chestnut and Cream. All right.
Yeah, but look at that. So 2009 to today. What a weird and wacky journey. I don't know. I think it's weird. I think it's interesting from where they came from and trying to build the game the way they did and how it even caught on.
I mean, it's a great idea if you're in, Tom doesn't like this shit. You at least dabble. I fucking love it. I think it's a great idea. I know that's not for everyone, but still.
Well, who would even think that it was a genre that would catch on?
Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic because of the two very famous Miyazakis, one being this guy and the other one being the Studio Ghibli dude having the same name. It's fucking fantastic.
Might be common.
It might be, but it's still funny. I love when I see posts like that. It's like, oh, so you're into fucking Japanese shit. What do you like? Oh, Miyazaki's work. It just has like both things.
They should have done the cross collab.
Yes. I want everything for that to happen. I want a balls to the wall, tough as nails, hack and slash of My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh, that could exist. I could see it. I mean, some of that stuff, like that one in particular, could be dark. Isn't that about death?
Kind of, but in a very gentler way.
About
I'll try to think. I haven't seen all of his. You know, what's the pig one? The pig one has a lot of death in it. Where he's like a fighter pilot that was cursed for some bullshit.
I know the one you're talking about. I don't know what it's called.
about the one where
Googling is
son
hard.
is like a slave or whatever. That's pretty dark.
Who's a slave?
The little girl.
Oh, that's Spirited
Yeah,
Away.
Spirited Away.
Mm.
So that's pretty dark.
It has. Well, she's not even like a real slave.
All right, I got it. Kiki's Delivery Service.
Was an
Perfect
okay movie.
I
Did you ever
liked
see
it.
what are the fucking little mythical creatures? That you turn into a Mario with the fucking tail.
Tanukis?
You ever see the one he made about Tanukis?
No.
It's not good. It's not horrible either, but it's whatever. It's about them like basically learning how to turn into humans to steal shit, but also fighting the humans and a different clan of Tanukis. But it's fantastic because did you know in their lore, Tanukis have giant nutsacks?
Giant balls. Yeah.
And that they're
That's their whole
magical,
thing.
and that's how they
Yes.
turn and fly. Well, because it's a Japanese movie for children, they also still have giant nutsacks. They fly around it.
They're
So-
celebrated in a town, and people go and rub the bronze balls of Tanuki, whatever the main deity one is.
So that was hilarious, but the rest of the movie is just... It's like their version of Fern Gully, but it's not good.
I'm pretty sure even if we got an audience, they wouldn't know what the fuck Fern Gully was.
Oh, okay. Fern Gully is Avatar, the blue people, before that was a movie.
And way better.
Yeah.
And animated.
And if you're really old, Fern Gully is animated Dances for Wolves for children.
Oh, that's
Or
Yes.
Dances with
that's
Wolves, sorry.
If you're really old, I'm pretty sure it came out after.
Really?
Fern Gully was 92 and Dances with Wolves was like 95.
I always thought Dances with Wolves was like an 80s movie. I've never
92
seen it.
Fern Gully.
Yeah, he might be thinking of Fern Gully too.
Oh, it's 1990. You're lucky.
Oh, wow. I thought it was a lot older, though.
Fucking the cops are-
Well, to be fair, 1990 animation was a lot different than 1995 animation.
Dances with Wolves was live action.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, was it?
Although Fern Gully had the shittiest animation if you look at it.
It has that animation like Pirates of the Dark Water looking shit.
Yeah,
But Robin Williams is in it, so check it out.
that's true.
It's a cracked out lab bat.
he was experimenting on. I'm going to have to cut all this fucking shit out. Nobody's going to get any of it.
Fucking leave it. The main
He
plot,
just has,
besides
random-
deforestation, is the white guy wants to nail a fairy.
yeah, which, could be an allegory or it could be a fetish.
What song do they play? He like dances and he's like, do the Watusi. We're done. We're done. What else are we talking about?
This is not
Where do we land on the difficulty?
I don't think we've asked that question yet.
We haven't. So where do we line up on it? Does it have a place? Is it stupid? Should there be more games with a difficulty curve like that?
I mean, that is the game. So
I know.
think there's a place for it, but I don't think it's for everyone.
no, it's not. But everything shouldn't be for everyone.
Thank God.
There are things that are popular that we don't like. We just talked about it. It's called Monster Hunter.
Mm-hmm. League of Legends. Call of Duty.
You were into League of Legends for a little bit. Tom fucking loves Call of Duty.
Tom does love Call of Duty. There's a new season out and everything.
Although not
Tom.
backups.
Tom, how do you feel about the addition of a chicken hat in Call of Duty? That was some outrage like a month ago.
Controversial.
It should definitely be included. Tom's hot take.
Fair enough. Ah,
We need a graphic
speaking
now.
of, I need a
guitar
stinger
riff.
for that riff. The rift is between my. Never mind. Just never mind. It's a dark path I don't want to go down. I wanted to bring up the fucking whole streamer world falling apart. I forgot.
Over what?
Over Dark Souls?
You gotta be more specific. This is happening like a few times.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, why are they falling apart? Charlie's the last one to bail out. Moist Critical.
Because they're all trying
Before
to fuck
was,
little kids.
That's what. Why?
I don't know.
And it's so surprising to people that they're like, I can't believe they're horrible people. Really? Really?
Yo, so can we bring up Subway in this? Because they sponsored what's his name, Dr. Disrespect, who's also trying to fuck
know how
children.
to pick them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I can't believe our mascot wanted to molest children twice. I mean, I know it's not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
It's a lot. Oh, what the fuck? And people, it pissed me off that people were so surprised that, oh, Mr. Beast knew. I mean, probably not. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
who knows how much you knew.
Whatever the hell. At least it wasn't him.
That's true.
That makes
and then
better-ish.
Everyone else, oh, I can't believe all these people are terrible people in reality. There's no way you didn't know that.
Okay, most of these people are terrible people on stream.
That's right. And the personality profile that's required to be in that line of work and to really push to be the center of attention leads to narcissism and bad things. How?
It's also fucking idol worship too. That's why their followers are like, I can't believe this.
Yeah, I'm sure you couldn't.
What there was the one chick, it is like Jaden Animation something. She does like YouTube videos. Not that it's important, but she had a whole thing where she was talking about how she met some fans and they're like, I will die for you. And she's like, I am some girl that occasionally draws shit. Like, calm down. This is the weirdest fucking episode.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to cut a lot of this out. So,
but
yeah, you say that and then you never do.
That's
Continue,
right. Cut a ton out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it's never the shit he says he's going to cut out.
That's true.
I mean, half the time I tell you guys I'm going to cut this out. No, I'm going to leave it in. In fact, the last episode I said that and you told me to leave it in.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but I remember telling you to leave it in.
Because you found it hilarious.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but I did agree with and or find it hilarious, whatever it was.
Anyways, let's move forward. Where were we? Do you see?
We were talking about difficulty.
Yep.
Yeah, but we agreed, right?
Oh. Yeah, you just asked where we were. I thought I was just helping you out.
Yeah. Should that kind of difficulty bleed over into other games? Like, I've seen it bleed over into a bunch of other games to spawn a genre of Souls-like games.
So because they're making games like that, though, like you said, like Souls-likes.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to make a game like this, then yeah, there's a market for it.
Or if you're,
does every game have to be like that? Fuck no.
Yeah, if you're trying to like get that crowd, and with the expansion or like some spin-off or whatever, I'm fine with that. But if you're trying to just make it because that's where you think like popularity is going, no, don't do that.
Good advice. I do see exactly what you just said happen all the time on Steam.
Yeah. If you're doing it because you think it's popular,
it's not even just Steam, bro.
I know.
Probably not a good thing for a gamer.
That's how you get the first Lords of the Fallen.
It was okay.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I appreciated it existing because they worked hard on that art.
Okay, they did, but their game still sucked. Even their story started out good, and then it's kind of like they fired that guy and was like, fuck it.
That happens a lot to story people.
I know, but it was so bad. It was just like, all this shit we talked about with the giant hand, the cult, and the god. Fuck it. None of it matters. Kill this guy.
Well, the second one, it all came back.
Yeah, because they were like, now we know what we're. I didn't play it yet, but I've heard good things.
The second one's awesome.
I've heard good things.
Yeah. People are going to line up on the fence on that one, or on the opposite side of the fence on that one if they're really into Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Elden Ring. They're not going to want to admit that it's decent.
Yeah,
but I thought it was.
We're usually pretty good with that. This fan base is like, yeah, all right.
I'll give you that they're a lot less toxic than other ones, like remarkably.
Except for try finger butthole. We love that. Always finger the butthole. I can say that because it's not butt, B-U-T-T, it's B-U-T. and HOLE.
You can say that anyway. We're not really censored.
I know. I just fucking being weird. Tom, that's a message that's commonly laid out in the game. It's try finger BUTHOLE.
Got it. Thanks for explaining that for me.
And they're not going to
not played it.
Because you can't write your own message. You have to like stitch it together with like words and shit they have.
Got it.
So it's that and Fortnite just everywhere.
I see.
But
yeah, that was so when the first one came out and the messaging system was introduced and explained, they didn't want people writing custom messages, so there would be some mystery. You couldn't say exactly what was going on there.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Interesting.
Oh, there's still fucked up shit even in the first one, or at least Dark Souls. I don't know Demon Souls if there was that much.
They were very lame. It was very rudimentary.
In Dark Souls 1, when you go meet Gwendolyn, I don't know. They all have the same fucking name like in all the other ones. The goddess chick in Anne Orlando. She's like a giant kind of Tom, like really huge looking, and she's laying down in a bed and has huge tits. So people leave the message, giant chest ahead.
Accurate.
Yeah. She's also not real. It's very sad.
What was the weird fucked up Loch Ness Monster thing?
What fucked up Loch Ness Monster? You gotta be way more specific.
The one from, what was it? Dark Souls 2? Or just Dark Souls 1?
You gotta help me out here again. What are we talking about? Oh, fucking, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you can
see, you know.
Yeah,
something, is it Flame Keeper or Vessel Keeper? Framped.
Yes.
Yeah, and his evil twin, whose name I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing is fucking weird and out of nowhere.
I remember getting weirded out in the worst, at the creepiest. That's like the weird, creepy mouth breather guy you meet on an elevator.
He was right though, Tom. It's a weird Loch Ness Monster looking head that comes out of the ground with a mustache that's made of muscle.
Yeah, it's just fucking gross and weird.
And it just gives you this giant ass speech about what's going on, and God forbid you're not paying attention.
Because he's only saying it once.
We don't repeat shit in this game.
Oh, that was fun.
Is there any critical information in that speech?
Yeah, no, he's explaining what's going on, where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's one of 2 fucking plot dumps in the game.
That's something that bled over into a bunch of other games. Fuck story. It has a story, right? Yeah, you gotta find it.
Okay. I don't like that bled over so much because a lot of people do it really poorly. Where like you can't find it. The guy who does Inside and Limbo and whatever his other fucking games are did that because everyone figured out Limbo. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna make Inside and fuck you. So I'll just make it weird and you can't figure shit out on purpose.
That's only good when it's creative.
They also do a bunch of shit. At least they used to too, where like they didn't think everything out. They straight up have like things like, anyone want to help us figure out what the fuck we were talking about? We don't really know. Someone explain our own lore to us, please.
So there might be a place for, fan contribution to lore if it's open-ended enough to add in stories.
That'd be interesting in like future like D&D games. What's the new one? Baldur's Gate 3?
Yep.
It'd be interesting if like you could contribute to the lore with your own characters and stuff.
Should be. Like that could be a cool thing. Yeah. I'm sure we'll see it at some point.
I'm sure in the next 5 years we'll see all sorts of stuff with like generated AI and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm hoping, I don't know. Maybe it'll be better because AAA titles seem to be lacking in the ability to write, period.
All right, so here's what I think is going to happen with that. More studios are going to close because shareholders and parent companies are dumb assholes. They're going to keep creating crap they can just turn out. So mostly live service. I don't even want to say garbage. A lot of it is just middle. Like it's okay of a game, but they're going to keep charging full price and whatever passes. All the people.
Well, that's why I don't think it's good enough anymore.
No, it's not. But all the people who got fired are going to make their own studios / make indie games or AA games, and then those will be the new actual developers.
Oh, so you're hoping for like a neo renaissance?
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
And then hopefully we don't follow the whole thing where they all get bought up again and repeat.
Well, they should learn their lesson from the first time. And venture capital took over hardcore. And venture capital's goal is not to preserve the product; it's to preserve the brand. They're buying up brands and selling them on cachet. Like how many things have you purchased where the original brand is dead and you're just buying like the facade?
The stamp.
I mean, less now, but now I know better.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
But yes, no, I've bought plenty of shit because like, oh,
I stamped it Apple. It's good now.
Basically.
I can charge now $2,000 for this laptop.
It's not even that. I'm talking about their mobile technology. I have no idea about their OS. Like, it used to be, I don't want to go on a big tangent on Apple, but why doesn't my phone just fucking function anymore? What is this feature you added that not one person asked for? Oh, but it's shiny. No one
The
cares.
function that makes you buy another one sooner.
they do care.
They don't. I don't believe that they do. I've talked to people who are like, nobody asked for this.
Oh,
And
I
it's
don't mean
enough
the feature. I mean
normies.
the shiny part.
Oh. They may care about the shiny. I'm not sure.
Also, people care about the brand.
Yeah.
That's true. Most of the people don't even know what half the features on this thing are or other phones. It's just, I have an iPhone, you have an iPhone, we all have iPhones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can only date you if you have an iPhone because that means you have a brand status.
It's not even the brand status. I know you're joking about that, but I know people
It is,
personally who have had dates that they have not gone on a third or fourth or second date with the person because they didn't have the Apple iMessage.
Oh, I was just going to say that. I've had people go, ew, your texts are blue.
Yep. Green.
No, green is the right color, isn't it?
No.
Oh, I don't
Blue's the right
fucking
color.
care.
Green's.
They're all
Yeah.
wrong.
Okay, but here's the funny thing. So like if you have a Pixel, you can get the API to work and it'll be the same. But it's only Google Pixels that can do it.
Well, you could probably
Doesn't work all
you
the
could
time.
probably do on Samsung too, but
I don't think they have the licensing agreement.
I don't think they do either. But I know that it's built on it.
It might be now. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter anyway.
Also, who gives a fuck? It's a color.
So part of
It's the
that
iMessage.
comes from the need to offload decision making. So
Wait,
brand loyalty,
go ahead, continue. Sorry.
so that's where this comes from. People want Apple because they associate it with quality because it was quality at one point in time, but technically that quality predated the iPhone. Neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to offload these decisions. Well, I know iPhone is good. I know Toyota is good. I know Samsung is good. So I could just keep making, I don't have to make this decision. When the event comes up where I need a new phone, I get a new iPhone and be no worse than I was before. And for the most part, that is true. It's maintained the lowest possible acceptable standard, which I guess is the best possible outcome you can hope for.
They're not bad
least-
phones. It's just they're not like
No.
amazing.
Well, none of them are amazing. They're all pretty shit. I've had many.
Yeah, I go back and forth all the time.
But really what I'm trying to do is tie this more into the brand. And, you know, it used to be Call of Duty you could sell based on Call of Duty, and I think you still can.
Yep.
FromSoft you could sell
Yeah.
on Souls-like. And that has quality and cachet, but that's maintained its quality, since
Well, they have.
2009.
We talk about this all the time with games when we bitch about them. Fucking Pokemon. Quality's shit now, but they don't have to be because fucking Pokemon. Nintendo
pretty
in general.
Listen, I heard there's a Switch 2 announcement coming out soon.
There is, and I don't give a fuck. Until they announce Super Smash Brothers, whatever the hell it's called. And I'm like, all right, let's do this.
And we'll be announcing one character a month until it comes out.
Yeah, and I would be hyped every month.
And every 3 months, we will take one of those characters away.
No, they leave them in.
The best part is if they did do that too, they would start it with like Link,
Yeah,
Pikachu.
like they did every other time.
Yeah. I'd have to wait a year before I'd even have the chance of hearing someone new.
How many new characters are in it? They would probably just announce all the same ones that already exist in it and then maybe three more.
So he's talked about that, how it's probably not going to happen if they make another one because the amount of licenses they had to get, it was crazy. And the workload was crazy, but
Yeah, I mean, I'll take his word for it. I have no idea.
Well, you have to make a cutoff somewhere, right?
yeah, they also didn't need to bring everyone back.
They really didn't. We also didn't need so many Fire Emblem characters.
That's not his fault.
I'm holding him responsible.
It's all because the license.
He's like, yeah, Nintendo gets to pick ultimately. They ask him, but they get to pick. And they want him to push whatever the new stupid fucking Fire Emblem game is. And lo and behold, 80% of the fucking time, the main character uses a sword.
Of course they do. Fuck it. Anyway, so it spawned a genre, the Souls-like, Soulsborne genre itself. Do you think it is a permanent fixture, or does it have a time limit on it?
It's definitely here forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Or if not, for a long time.
Long enough that I can define it as forever.
Fair enough.
Did you? There's a third one now. There's Souls Light games,
Yeah.
which is
My tumor.
Yeah, that one.
it's it is the same feel. So like, and I guess like gameplay wise, but they're easy, or I guess easier.
How the fuck do you do that?
They're normal.
So basically, Tom could play them.
they're normal, not Souls games.
They're not trying to murder you. It's like almost like a regular hack and slash.
So let me explain how this spawned, because it's the same thing as roguelite.
Yeah.
No, that's interchangeable. It
So
shouldn't
many
be, but it
people
is.
telephone game and then don't bother to Google any fucking thing, because I'm sure Googling roguelike is so difficult.
So they should be two different things.
That's 9 fucking letters.
But
It's
those
9.
two are the same. These two are at least separate. So Souls Like is anything that plays like a Souls game that's not made by them.
Sure.
And Souls Light is the same thing, except for it's an easy version.
Like a regular RPG.
Like you could hand it to your nephew.
Like a regular RPG.
Fucking.
But the
Hey, we
mechanics
needed a
are
way
Souls.
to sell our RPG and capture an audience.
Oh, dude, I hated when they blew up and they plastered that on anything. It wouldn't even have to be something that was Souls like. They're like, it's Souls like. Why? Because that one boss is kind of hard. Doesn't make
That
your
isn't
game
even
Souls
the
like.
thing.
No, but it was big when it around 2, I want to say, is
Yeah.
when the first big boom for Dark Souls happened. Every game had fucking
Souls
like.
Oh, it's still going on. I still see it.
It does,
But-
but it's not as much.
No.
Or at least this time they're kind of Souls like ish.
Could be like Souls like.
Okay. I mean, we all have a common understanding of what that definition is. How would you define it for a normie idiot?
It's hard like a Souls game, and it will kill you like a Souls game, and the bosses will.
Without using it as the definition.
Okay, so for me, it has to. You have to have a bonfire, right, where everything resets your enemies.
Okay.
The fog wall
Check.
bosses,
Check.
and difficulty, and you also have to level up from whatever the arbitrary currency from killing people is. So souls, runes, anime boobs, whatever. The fuck it is.
Also, anything hitting you must take a decent chunk of your life away.
I'm just gonna wrap all that in under hard, but yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, my colloquial understanding of it was basically every monster in it, every enemy in it was basically as strong as you were. And you had to use your experience, skill, and willingness to torture yourself to get through it. And the currency thing, although I want to play the one with anime boobs, the bonfire thing is very...
I couldn't think of what they used in it. What was the anime one?
Which
It wasn't
anime one?
boobs, obviously. But,
Was it?
Oh, is it the one that I played?
Code Vein.
Yes, I like that.
I can't remember what the currency was. That was okay.
It was
Anime
three
Souls was
toad
okay.
sloths.
All right.
They had a unique take on it where you would bring a partner and they had like an NPC partner with you and they all had special
Mhm.
abilities and your shit changed.
Yep.
That was cool. And there was a story like out front and center. So that was also
Yes.
nice.
Which I very much appreciated. And when I started playing that, I didn't read anything on it. I just saw it and it looked cool. And I was like, I am going to super on sale. I'm going to play this game and try and enjoy myself. And then about an hour in, I realized what I was playing. I'll keep going.
All right, it's all right.
It was. I thought it was. Whatever. So
There will not be a part 2. I just Googled
there
it.
probably will not be a part 2.
It's been a minute anyway. I didn't think there was. That fucking ended on a fucking cliffhanger too. Like, we're making a sequel.
Maybe they will. I don't know. A lot of things got shelved because of COVID.
I don't think it did. I don't think it did bad, but I don't think it did super well either.
I don't know if it had the same kind of. All right. Well, this will segue into the last question that I want to cover then. I don't think it had the same streamer appeal that the other ones did.
That's probably true.
And I don't know why.
There are some video gamers that don't have the same, let's say, appeal toward the anime world.
It also came out when there were like 1 million copies of Souls games coming out.
It's true.
Also, when did it come out again?
Code Vein.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
I think I remember, but
Well, there was another one that just came out, which none of us played.
Which one did none of us play?
No Rest for the Wicked.
But didn't it come?
It came
I
out
was going to carry us
2019.
out on that.
2019,
Okay.
Tom.
Weren't there a lot of anime-esque games coming out then?
Always.
I'm going to say always, so I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
You have a lot of competition there.
I didn't think it was as bash your head against the wall as
No, it was definitely
FromSoft games.
easier, except for the very beginning.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad game.
No, and I don't know.
Again, I think it was just at that part where like this was the popular thing to do. So there was a shit ton of these and they all came in varying quality. So no one really knew what to try.
Yeah. It was
And
kind of new
it straight
territory.
up looks like a fucking anime weeb game from like the outside.
And some people will just not play. Yeah, some people will just not play those games.
So I think the streamer people or regular ass enjoyers of anime-esque games would not be ready for that because they're looking to play regular RPG, not that. And the streamers, I mean, I'm still not convinced that streamers actually like and enjoy these games. I think they play them because it's the variety of the month.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
they
a
play
job,
Elden
man.
Ring. Yeah. Because
don't be wrong.
I've watched a couple doing research for this. They fucking suck. I suck. They fucking suck.
That's like, we talked about this one time before too, when From Software announces new shit and like they have like panels. They always pick like someone who sucks at playing the game to play the game live on Steam.
I would so do that.
It's probably more entertaining.
I would so do
probably
that.
Get more views.
Again, I don't necessarily want like the world's best player, but I want to not watch someone get glass
You
shoved in
don't
his
want
ass
to
for
watch
20 minutes.
somebody slovenly drool their way through the tutorial and then fail.
I mean, I don't.
We don't
but,
want Cuphead again.
I'm not the average person
Okay.
watching these things.
At least not while they're doing this announcement. Yeah.
You at least want to see some progress.
Yeah.
All right. So my actual last question. If streamers didn't pick up these games, would they have caught on? I have thoughts about this, but I'm going last.
Okay, I guess I'm going first. I don't have an answer because I don't actually know how streamers or like how much streamers dictate all this shit. I don't pay attention to them, so I don't know.
I definitely think streamers have a large influence on it, but I don't know that it would have not done as well because of them. I think it would have just taken longer.
I don't know, man, because Elden Ring fucking blew up. Like they were
Elden
slowly
Ring did blow up.
getting more popular, but like
Yeah,
that was
but
nuts.
it's a chicken and the egg question, right? So you're saying,
I don't think
well,
so.
I think that
I don't.
my opinion is
Okay.
that streamers are playing it because other people are playing it. The gamers are playing it, and that
makes more.
and that
Okay.
the streamers playing it are just an effect of more people playing it than are cause of others playing it. There's some of that, but I don't think it's as strong as a feedback loop as most people think it is.
So I will say that you're probably right, but watchability and playability are two different things.
Yeah, it's definitely
The
true.
viewing audience is way larger than the playing audience
correct.
for especially this
Correct.
game.
Okay,
So I
altogether,
don't know. Yeah.
you're right. But I don't know about Elden Ring, man. I mean, it's probably larger, but like not as big as the other ones would have been.
Okay.
A lot
Let's
of people
cut
played
Elden
this
Ring
fucking
out
game.
for just 1 second.
Oh, then you're right.
Because Elden Ring might be the first one that hit the mainstream.
It's
that was
mainstream,
readily
yeah.
accessible mainstream. That made it not even accessible, but adopted wholeheartedly by the mainstream.
Yeah.
So from when Demon Souls came out and we first unpacked that box and I looked at it going, wow, this is a fucking cool looking game. And then watching people for the next 2 to 3 years, just, I don't get it. Maybe 1 in 100 actually played it and enjoyed it. And I'm making these numbers up, but I remember selling it to people and it immediately coming back. And then Dark Souls came out and basically the same thing. And then Dark Souls 2.
But
and
less.
that's when there was a core cult audience to it.
Yes.
Like real popular
Right.
audience. And then Bloodborne came out and Bloodborne was adopted
Let me
pretty
give
well.
you an example. If I were playing those games and I was getting to a particularly hard part, I would be searching for a streamer or someone to show me what to do.
Rational.
Just as I do many other games. But I would have already purchased that game and already been playing that game to get to that point.
Potentially.
Well, that's what Tom.
Yeah.
That's not.
That's what Tom will be doing.
Yeah.
The only reason why I'm not giving that to you is because I have spoken to a lot of people who do not play games as much as they watch people play games.
Definitely.
They don't
I definitely do watch some games that I don't buy. And there are some games where I watch just to know if I would like it or not. So I watch someone play it. And then I say, either I like this and maybe I'll watch more, or I don't like this and I stop watching it. There are things where I can see like watching other people play it is fun for me because, and I don't play the game at all. Like, there are a bunch of Minecraft series that I used to watch because the group of people who are playing that Minecraft world would mess with each other enough that it was entertaining to watch, but not something that I could actively participate in.
Okay.
Right. So there are things like that where I could say, like, I'm not skilled at Souls-like games, but I might be like really into watching a good person play them because I find it entertaining how they can play them so well when I suck at them. I watch Sea of Thieves a lot like that sometimes. Sometimes I'll watch Sea of Thieves players who are just really good at Sea of Thieves play against other people who are really good at Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is an us thing. I don't know if that's a mainstream thing.
I'm guessing that's like a gamer thing to do. Like, if you're a gamer, you might appreciate that just because you play video games.
I watch people play fighting games that are way better than me, but that's about it.
Yeah. So like,
but it's a similar same thing.
It's like a hobby of yours that you're appreciating, like more professional players, basically.
I forgot what the fuck the question was.
The question was,
in essence, are there more people
because of streamers?
Did streamers sell it, and are more people watching it than actually playing it? I still think there are more people watching than playing, but that could be for anything and everything. But I don't know if it would have caught on if a few very popular streamers didn't pick it up.
So, all right, I think it would have. I mean, maybe not as much, except for, again, we're not counting Elden Ring, because the boom started before streaming was super big. Like, it existed, but because it was around the time of like Dark Souls 2, where people were like, oh shit, that first one was cool. And that's because they've consistently gotten more accessible as it's gone on. Like Demon Souls, you're going to pull out your fucking pubes. Dark Souls is hard but doable. 2 is super easy to get in. And I honestly don't remember 3, but yeah.
Well, these are cursory searches according to Wikipedia. So Dark Souls 2, worldwide, 2.5 million copies. Not a ton, but a ton. for an individual game in a new kind of genre, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Bloodborne, 7.46 million copies. And I'm sure it's higher now because that's as of 2022. Elden Ring, 25 million.
And I don't know when you're pulling this from, but it probably just went up again recently because the fucking.
So that's
DLC.
as of June 2024
Okay.
for Elden Ring. What I'm saying is, and again, this is just surface level. Now, Elden Ring is the most easily accessible. It was the one with, I would say, the George R.R. Martin bump. I don't think got enough credit. That sold it for a lot of normies who were into Game of Thrones and found out that they could get more of his writing style.
I mean, you were in for a bad surprise there, sir. Yes, but no.
So,
hoped you really liked that opening trailer.
Well, he wrote backstory for a bunch of them.
He did, but it's a Souls game, so you're never going to find it.
You'd have to go looking. But from 2.5 million to be basically 10 times that by 2024, Elden Ring. My God, is that a lot? And that's a lot just on normal standards, not new genre, Souls-like genre. 25 million is a lot. I kind of feel like it was building in its own right. And then Elden Ring just concreted anything previous.
Yeah, man,
so
it won fucking. Didn't it win Game of the Year? It won something.
I think it did. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. I think at this point it's indistinguishable. Elden Ring pretty much screwed the pooch on that. You're never going to separate it out now. It's a permanent fixture. I don't know if they're going to top Elden Ring with whatever the next installment is.
Yeah, I don't know either, because Dark Souls is done, unless he changes his mind. For some reason, we can't do Bloodborne. I don't think we're doing Elden Ring 2 anytime soon. So
I think they may have copyrighted the Elden Ring 2 as a possible name, but they do that with a bunch of other test names just to have them.
It'll happen, but I don't think it'll be the next whatever Souls game they make.
Okay, fair.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I do think that it's a fun game to expose people to.
Yeah, it is. That's how I got into it by accident.
Yeah.
I gave it to my friend, and I was like, here, you play this. And he's like, fuck you piece of shit. And then like a week later, all right, making some progress. What? What do you mean you're making progress? Oh, now I gotta buy it and play this stupid fucking game.
It's kind of infectious.
It is. I really do. I enjoy them. Like, even the parts that fuck with you, like, so he kind of added another small poison swamp in the DLC, and you see all the signs like, oh, why is it always poison? And I'm like, yeah, it's always poison. But it wasn't even really there. And then I was sad. Because I need my poison swamps to make me sad.
Gotta get the right aesthetic.
Can I tell you? So this is in the base game too. I just had forgotten about it when I went to go back to play it. So I'm in one of the little tombs, right? And some guy has a sign on the ground that says, "Be wary of up" or whatever, right? Like, look, I'm like, all right, there's an archer or some bullshit. No, he was warning me about a trap. I stepped 2 feet into the open area, and the fucking ceiling comes down and just fucking smacks you.
That's priceless.
I was laughing my ass off because how arrogant I was when I read that sign. I was like, oh yeah, don't worry. I don't need to pay attention. Smack.
You deserved it.
I did. It's fantastic.
Who wants to read the outro line?
There's an outro line.
I put it in the chat.
Why are we doing fucking Bloodborne?
Because I thought it would be fun to end on Bloodborne.
Oh, we're done?
And it's about...
Record too much?
I mean, no, if you have more you want to add, by all means.
Yeah, are there... What Souls-likes, if there are any that you guys like that aren't from software? Like, who has done it right?
Lords of the Fallen, the second one, did it right. It is good. I do enjoy it. I get the same feels from that as I do maybe Dark Souls 2.
Nice.
I don't really seek out to play these games, so
yeah, I didn't really expect you to have an answer, but you could have. I could have been wrong.
Know what felt like Souls-like but wasn't Souls-like before Souls?
What you got?
Armored Core 2.
Oh, that's also them, but cool.
That is
Oh.
them, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's the two things they make: Armored Core and Souls games.
Weird. I'm waiting for the mashup.
But it still didn't feel like Souls-like, but it was probably the closest I've been to a Souls game.
They had to put out a warning, or not a warning, but like a message before the last Armored Core came out. Like, listen, we know we have a lot of fans now. This is not going to play like that. They are different games. Please enjoy.
Why the hell did they have to do? I mean, I don't get it, but I appreciate that they did it. I don't think they should have
I don't
done
think
it.
they should have either, but
But I know people would have been pissed about it.
Because people are dumb.
Yeah,
They're
but
like,
that's
oh,
their
it's Dark
problem.
Souls with robots. They're like, it's not.
Why would you think those two things go together?
Because they should. And they do. What is it? They made 2 games. Someone else made 2 games with Dark Souls robots. The fuck is it? Like the Forge or something.
Oh, I've got no idea.
I don't know. I heard they were okay. I didn't play them, but someone did make Dark Souls with robots.
Oh my god, I'm trying to think of the one. I gotta fucking find it. I'm probably not gonna find it.
So I have a couple, and actually one that Tom enjoys kind of with us, Remnant 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's with guns, but it kind of is. It plays like it at least.
It does, yeah.
There's a 2D one called Assault and Sanctuary, made by Scott
thank you.
Studios.
That's the one I was looking for.
That plays a little bit different, but definitely has the spirit of a Souls game. You still kill people for salt and fucking bonfires and shit, but it's a 2D game.
Mm-hmm.
High difficulty, super fun. They made a sequel I never played. I imagine it's more of the same. Also, that studio is awesome. Oh, and the Darksiders one, was it 3? I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah.
It's buggy as shit, like the rest of the fucking Darksider games. And the story makes little to no sense, but it was still fun to play.
They're not really the same, but I've seen them compared. It's missing some of the core elements. The only thing it has is like the grandeur of the boss fights. Dragon's Dogma. It's not really trying
I didn't
to
play. I was
be.
like, wait, hold on. What's that game? I heard good
It
things
doesn't have
about.
bonfires. It just has like the giant boss battles that are ultra
Mm.
punishing. It doesn't have any of the Fog of War or anything though. Not the Fog of War, the Fog Doors.
I've heard good things about Neo, but I never got into it.
The Neo is good.
Oh, the Surge.
play
That
it.
was the fucking robot fucking one. You're in like
Surge.
fucking mech suits from like Alien.
Sweet.
There's supposedly a lot of good ones out right now, but I don't have money to buy every one that comes out. So in like a year or two when they're all on sale and I've played them, we'll do this episode again.
Yeah. So Lies of P.
I heard mixed things on that, but I also didn't play it.
I'm inclined to line up on the positive side because it did seem
Oh, it looks
really
cool as shit.
good.
I want to play it. It's on my wish list. Same thing.
Yeah. I think that's all I got on those.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to specifically talk about me playing Elden Ring, I got nothing else.
All right. So give me smash your head against the wall, worst part.
Okay. So without just shitting on Radon at the end, let's pick some other shits that people might hate. It shouldn't have been that hard, but the stupid fucking sunflower boss, dude, for like hours. It's just a giant mutant sunflower thing. You're fighting it. It's taking a shit ton of damage. You kill it, and it comes back to life and fucks your day up with a new thing. So I'm sitting there. I'm trying all this shit with my shitty build and trying to do this and dodge its sporadic crap. I do it, right? I finally have enough potions to fucking kill the second one. It comes back for a fucking third time.
Nice.
But then like I got it and I fucking destroyed it, and then I helped people kill it with like, no problem. So it just took a minute. The stupid hog rider, which I bitched about maybe in the last episode. I bitched to you. I don't remember who recorded it. I don't know his name. He's an asshole on a giant warthog, armored warthog. You can fight him on your horse. I wouldn't recommend it. So he's riding on something. He will charge at you. If you do not fucking dodge right before he hits you perfectly, it doesn't matter. You will get hit halfway through your fucking dodge roll, which takes out like half your fucking health. It's fucking bullshit. Oh, and then I mentioned that he either trained with or General Radon. I don't fucking remember. So he also has weird gravity attacks with fucking asteroids.
Ah, my favorite.
Mesmer fucking fucked me up, but I definitely was fighting him way too early. But I spent like a whole day fighting him because I almost killed. Actually, I killed him, and it's recorded on some of the shit I sent you. We died at the same time 3 times, which does not count. And it was way too early, but I kept almost doing it. So it's like, all right, come on. All right, come on.
So you're not the only one to complain about him. He's got a reputation.
So here's the thing, though. I don't think he's unfair. He just was killing me. Radon is unfair. And his hitboxes are broken, so he's actually unfair. They do not line up.
A lot of people got glitched to the point where they were trying to fight him, and he would either glitch in whatever cutscene when they walked in and automatically be dead, or people were taking a step into the room and getting launched into space.
Oh, do you know about that's hilarious. Do you know about the hippo that they had to fucking hot fix?
No, which one?
So it's a hippo. I don't. It has a different fucking name, but it's a giant hippo, right? And when it starts, it's in the corner and it just runs at you. And if you're lucky, you can dodge it. If not, it fucking just starts eating you and almost kills you. But it wouldn't reset back to the corner for a while. So if you go back in the room, it's just in front of you and would fucking eat you.
That's perfect.
Then they had to reset it. That was pretty great. And man, most of them weren't that bad besides, oh, you know who fucking was awesome though? The dragon, Balin or something, I think its name is. It's some like elder dragon. Its fucking wings are like fucked up because it's been fighting shit. But if you do the
it's
quest,
not the celestial one, right?
No. If you do the quest with the guy whose name I don't fucking remember, who I thought was a cripple, because you meet him, he's like on the ground. He's talking about how he's too old to fucking fight him. Kill these dragons. You keep fighting him. He's fucking crawling his way up the mountain. You can summon him, and he gives this giant epic speech while you're fighting, and it's like the most over the top, but like perfect, like him yelling at the thing. It's like fucking what was his name from Moby Dick? The fucking whale. Captain Ahab, right? Yeah. It's like one of those.
I thought you meant the actual name.
No. It's like
whale.
I stab at thee. Like Baylor. It's fucking. It's awesome. That dragon's a little bullshit, but not that bad.
See, I think you nailed it right there. It's the type of game that creates moments.
Fuck Radon, man.
They're like fishing stories.
No, I love that.
You get to share them with other people in the know, and they're difficult. So you get to own this story and this triumph.
I was texting Kevin. I'm like, I'm doing a mission for some cripple guy right now. I fucking love this guy.
I'm sure he appreciates his description.
I legitimately thought he was crippled. He's never standing until you summon him. He's always like, he's literally crawling his way up the side of a mountain slowly.
Maybe he's just exhausted.
He is. He's old. He dies right after you kill the dragon.
Oh, well.
Like he used the last of his energy to climb this mountain to help you kill this dragon. Completely fucking useless in that fight.
Oh, he just has an awesome monologue.
Oh no, he attacks things, but I had to play it on like New Game plus, maybe 3 pluses. I don't fucking remember. I beat it 1, 2, 3 times. So what's that? Plus. So at that point, fucking every NPC is fucking useless.
Wow. Yay, diminishing returns.
Yeah. Of
course Chris has this game or wants this game.
What game is it?
Cake Bash.
Oh, how do you not want to play Cake Bash right now? I have the demo somewhere too. Where is it? Bash. I don't know why I'm looking it up. It's not like we're going to play the fucking demo. Cake
No,
Bash
we're
demo. Not. Yeah, I play all kinds of games, man. You know this.
I thought it was a nice contrast from, Soulsborne to Cake Bash.
Yeah, well, right after I beat and uninstalled fucking Elden Ring, I told you I started playing, Cozy Caravan.
That's the best part. Damn it, we didn't bring that up. Real quick. So he beat it, and how long? How many seconds?
Oh, immediately. As soon as... Oh, actually, hold on. I went back in real quick to see what Radon's soul gets you, because I exited the game after I watched the cutscene. But after that, I uninstalled the game. But like I needed a break. I played that hardcore.
This is fun, kids. I swear.
Oh, I have one thing that has nothing to do with this, but I just want to get it out there. You can now play Tamba on Steam. Go buy it. $20.
You can. Look at that. Jesus Christ.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Well played.
There you go.
Well played.
There you go.
So, with that one too, what was the shitty boss? He's got like the weird Burgecade tower head, and he just runs around a maze. That's the whole boss fight. You just have to shoot at him while he's running around corridors and shit. I like when you kill him, and he says something like, "Oh, what? No, but I don't want to wake up." To
Yeah,
explain,
isn't that the whole point of that one?
yeah, I was
Like you're in a weird dream thing.
to explain to Tom, in Bloodborne, it's all a dream. Well, it's a dream world, like it's real, but if you wake up, the world is gone, or you're gone. That's how you leave. Unless you eat 3 umbilical cords,
Yes.
and you can become the new god.
Also, just want to put it out there, how we're not conducting a full-scale investigation into the people who write these stories, I don't know.
That had one of the most metal bosses ever, though. What's his name? Amygdala or Amygdala, whatever the fuck. This big eldritch creature flyman, right? He's got 4 arms. So he's got mad reach. He's swatting at you. When you get him down to about half health, I want to say his upper arms grab his lower arms, and then he rips them out of his body, and blood just starts pooling from his sides. He does this so he can use his arms to beat you with.
Mm-hmm.
He makes his reach double by ripping his own arms off. That's metal as fuck.
Yep. None of it makes any sense. Don't even try.
Do you like Lovecraft? Well, it doesn't
That's
matter.
what it is.
Pigs with a bunch of eyes.
Rom the vacuous spider?
The fuck is Rom the vacuous spider?
Well, that does it. Madam Secretary, take care of the rest.
Calamity. Travesty. Surviving staff. The board meetings have concluded. It is now safe to resume normal work functions. Hazard signs will be placed at all biological spill sites. Watch your step. The injured will be humanely recycled into vegan lunch options for underprivileged, inner-city children. This is a green company, after all. There will be Fig Newtons and Crystal Light in the break room for those allowed breaks. It's a long one. 3 minutes for each of you. And don't touch my apple slices. Honey Crisp. Find joy where you can. The next board meetings will be soon. God remains dead, and we have killed him.